What's up everyone, welcome back to Elder Scrolls Online. So, we are doing the quest called Untamed and Unleashed. I should point out it is very early in the morning right now, so I'm not going to be talking terribly loud. I met a keeper of the Royal Menagerie in Silvar World. He warned me that dangerous animals have escaped into the park grounds, but he is searching for a tame Indrik that may have escaped during the chaos. I feel like I'm going to burp. I promised Talamar that I would find Lotus and bring her back safely. I burped. I'm muted, you're welcome. She's being held somewhere in the inner paddocks, but with the Indreks and Vinlaw on the loose, mounting a rescue will be dangerous. We have to find Lotus. Right, so I'm gonna give you a quick heads up. First things first. So, I record this series. For those who do not know, this series is not live streamed. Now, typically I live stream almost everything that I put up on the channel. Not everything, but almost everything. There's a good reason for that. Several good reasons for that, actually. You know, not least because it's kind of almost, why not, really? You know? Because I feel like unless you are going to heavily edit something, it doesn't necessarily need to be pre-recorded, and it's fun. At least for me, I like live streaming stuff. Now, here's the thing. I like live streaming stuff because I like the chat interaction. Now, sometimes the chat is, like, dead. It depends on what game I'm streaming, you know? I find typically if I do something like Elder Scrolls or Fallout, the chat's pretty active and it gives me a lot to talk about. Which is good because as fun as Elder Scrolls and Fallout games are, particularly Fallout, actually, there's a lot of, not necessarily downtime, I guess, but a lot of, you know, like in Fallout, there's a lot of running around looting. So, you know, you're just picking crap up. So, if you can talk to the guys in the chat while you're doing that, it makes it a lot more interesting to me. So, you know, it makes those times where normally I'd be like, okay, well, I'm going to cut this part out. I don't have to cut it out because, you know, I got stuff to talk about. Hang on a minute, I've got to beat this fella up. So anyway, yes, as I'm saying, I do record this series. Now, I put up a poll on the YouTube channel today, actually, and 6 hours ago, and it's already got almost 400 votes, so thank you everyone that voted. I really do appreciate it. Now, I can't remember the exact statistics, but I know it was somewhere in the region of 25%, I think, said, or, you know, give or take. I believe it was about 25% said, yes. Basically, what the poll said was, do you want me, or are you okay with me, you know, live streaming the rest of the Elder Scrolls Online playthrough? Again, about 25% said yes, live stream it. 2% said no, don't live stream it. About 45-ish% said they don't mind either way, and about 25% said they don't watch Elder Scrolls Online. Fair enough. So, again, about 75%, give or take, are okay with it. Only 2%, which equates to, if I'm counting correctly, out of almost 400, I think it was like 374 votes or something, that equates to about 7 people. So about 7 people are against that. Now, for you 7 people, I will say, let me point out, I absolutely value your opinion as much as the other,
I'll wipe your base filth from Summerset and the world.
Alright, Jesus, lady. I absolutely value your opinion just as much as the other guys, even though, you know, there's a lot more of them. I don't want you to misunderstand that.
Oriel, lead me from this forsaken place.
So, even though you're drastically outnumbered, I want you to know I do value your opinion. So, here is what I propose. And here's the reason, really, that I want to stream the rest of Elder Scrolls Online, aside from the reasons that I stated in the poll. It's also because I want to stream Skyrim as well before Fallout 76 comes out, because I do not want to stream Skyrim, I'll put it this way, not so much stream, but I don't want to be playing Skyrim and Elder Scrolls Online at the same time, because I think they're too similar. So, what I would like to do is stream the rest of this so I can get it busted out way quicker. But, you know, obviously, I do find the time to record, but it's few and far between these days. And again, it seems to be redundant to me to end a live stream to go record, when you could just live stream instead. So, I lost my point. I was making a point. God damn everything. Anyway, we gotta follow Lotus. And you're just gonna teleport away. Oh, okay, that works. Can I beat up Lotus? Do you die? Do you bleed? Tell me, what color do you bleed? I can't remember what I was saying. I'll finish it in a minute when I remember.
She's all right. Thank Zephyr. Oh, thank you.
Damn it, Talamar. You're going to reopen that wound.
It's so good to see Lotus alive and well. I couldn't stop thinking of her, scared and injured, or worse. If Vinalora had turned her into some kind of monster, I swear, we should flee before Vinalora and her rangers come after us.
What I was saying was, I want to record the rest of Elder Scrolls Online so we can get it busted out quickly to give me some time to actually be able to stream a bunch of Skyrim before Fallout 76 comes out. Because again, Fallout, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Online, they're all far too similar for me to be playing them all at once, or, you know, more than one of them at once in my opinion. So I try and sort of rotate them, which is what I have been doing. But, you know, with Elder Scrolls Online, it is throwing a spanner into the works when it comes to rotating, because it's been a while since we played Skyrim. I know people want to see more Skyrim, I want to play more Skyrim, but I don't want to do this and Skyrim at the same time. So if I stream the rest of this, it allows me to get to Skyrim quicker before Fallout 76 comes out, because when that comes out, I don't want to be playing that and Skyrim at the same time. So you get my point. Anyway, I do have a proposition again for those 7 people that are really bothered by it, but I'll go into that in a minute. Vinlore's dead. She tried to kill me with the help of one of her creations. I was going to say creatures, and it become creations. It was weird. My brain died. It does that.
God, that's terrible. I won't shed tears over Vinalora. She had to be stopped. But I'm so sorry you have her blood on your hands. I guess this is the end of the
very late, I mean very early, because I'm nocturnal. How so?
With the conservator gone, there's no one in charge of trying to get this place back in order. It'll all come apart by the time the proxy queen allocates a replacement. If she allocates
You could do it. Why don't you do it, you lazy prick? I like the way the feathers look here. I love the visual art style of Elder Scrolls Online. I think it looks very cool.
Me?
It's kind of cartoony.
Run the menagerie? I'd love to see it put back the way I remember it. But will it ever be the same now that I know what was really happening here? I could just take Lotus and put all this behind
do we make him stay? And maybe if you leave the animals in the wild where they belong. Let them run free!
You may be right. I've tried so hard to make these creatures comfortable, but comfortable and happy aren't necessarily the same. Even without that terrible research, the menagerie has always exploited the animals for our amusement.
It's like goddamn Free Willy and shit. This place has been a cage for you both. Oh, that's deep. You're free to make a fresh start now. Run free like the animals. Naked and free. And naked.
There's a whole world beyond these walls. I think Lotus and I are long overdue to see some of it. I hope we cross paths again along the way.
Part of the Griffin's ferocity scent. Oh. Does it make my arms look like that? I want my arms to be buff and cool looking.
When they say the first step of the journey is the hardest, they weren't kidding. Finester, show mercy.
Who do what now? Where do you think you'll go first?
I'll need to get her away from the predators on the loose. But somewhere in Silverwoad first. She's never been out of captivity, so I'd like to ease her into life in the outside world slowly. After that, I haven't decided.
You plan to release her? I mean, it sounds like it.
If that's what she wants. But I'm not sure she even knows what it means to be wild. It would take a lot of rehabilitation for her to survive on her own.
He's not wrong. That's a big thing that a lot of people, I think, don't realize when it comes to animals that have been in captivity their entire life. A lot of them, you know, I've seen it in videos and stuff like that. They're like, let the turtle go! And it's like, you do realize this motherfucker would be eaten by a shark in 5 seconds. Like, they don't know how, they've never learned to live in the wild, you know? So they don't know how to deal with predators and stuff. What I was trying to say there was predators, but again, because I'm so tired, it turned into predators. Anyway, I was attacked by the other Indrix when I was searching for Lotus. Is that normal?
Wild Indrix are aggressive towards things they perceive as threats. Even if Vinalora hadn't given them her vile serums, they couldn't have been happy about being penned up like cattle. There may be hope for them, if the legends are true.
Willis.
It is said that when Indrik die, their souls don't leave Mundus. Instead, Jeffra plants them back into the land to sprout again as reborn fawns. If it's true, you think they remember their old lives? I like to believe Lotus will remember me.
You will remember me. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tell you what that's a reference to. So, there was a wrestler called Chuck Palumbo. Terrible name. But anyway, Chuck Palumbo, his entrance theme was that. It was someone going, you will remember me. Yeah. The ironic thing is, almost no one remembers Chuck Palumbo. If that's true, they'd also remember what Vinalore did to them. Or Vinelore?
Then I do hope they forgive us for her transgressions. I'll do my best to make it up to any others I meet.
Carl? How are things with Elise?
She endangered every living thing here with the stunt she pulled. It'll be days before we know the final toll of stopping Vinalora. I know Elise did this for the right reasons, but I I don't know that I can forgive her for all this bloodshed.
Tora, Laura, Laura, Tora, Laura, lie. Our recklessness had grave consequences. She shouldn't be let off so easy. I say to the stocks with her.
I'm not trying to punish her.
Tomatoes.
It's not my place. I just can't stomach the cost of her actions. And if she can't either, maybe I will be able to forgive what she did.
Why is this an option still? No.
I'll need to get her away from the...
No,
if that's what she wants. She endangered every living thing here with...
Hey, I wasn't talking shit about you.
I don't think the Queen will mind Talamar taking Lotus away from this place. She couldn't have a better caretaker.
Pucky.
I'll head to Alinor to present my findings to the Proxy Queen and send a letter to Queen Irene. After that, I don't know. I'm not really much use to either of them now. I guess a life of tending stables is all I'm really suited for.
And here's what I will say. I do like recording. There are absolutely times like now, I am enjoying recording and not having a chat to deal with. And also not looking at the chat and be like, shit, no one's talking again. Better carry on just rambling to myself. Because, you know I have to ramble to myself right now. I know I have no backup of anyone in the chat right now. It's just me, free-flowing, just talking shit. And I love doing that. But again, I do feel like it would... Well, I'll go into that in a minute. That's part of my... what I was going to suggest. But give me a moment. And again, if people are really against it, I will record the rest of Elder Scrolls Online. I'll do it. Just bear in mind, it will probably delay Skyrim. I can't guarantee that. I'm not like using that as, you know, I'm not holding that to ransom or anything like that. I might still do Skyrim at the same time if people really want me to record Elder Scrolls Online. It's just, I don't want to be doing both at the same time, but I guess it wouldn't really hurt. So I don't know, maybe I'll just record this anyway, I don't know. Because, you know, what's the rush, really? We don't need to beat this quickly, I suppose? Do we really? I don't know anymore. Anyway, you don't really seem suited to the life of a spy. I'm gonna be a dick.
I know. If it hadn't been for you and Talamar, I'd probably be dead, Lotus would be a monster, and nobody would be the wiser. It was nice feeling important for a while, but wow, it's stressful.
I want to feel important. You could always go with Talamar.
I'm not sure Talamar is going to ever trust me like he used to.
But
roaming the land a while sounds better than being a stable hand. I'll give it some thought.
That's stable hand. You realize how funny that sounds? Because I imagine the opposite of a stable hand is like a really shaky hand, like, you know, Michael J. Fox's hand or something. Not making fun of Parkinson's, I'm just saying. He's a well-known man with a shaky hand. That kind of rhymes. Anyway, so what I was going to propose, and I do genuinely think this is a better idea, is that rather than recording Elder Scrolls Online, I stream the rest of it, as I said, and instead, when I do want to record, because sometimes, you know, the fancy takes me, and I'm like, yeah, I want to record and sit down and talk shit just to myself, which is... I remember, like, you know, for a good while after I started doing this on YouTube, which was many years ago now. For those who don't know, I've been doing this for, like, 25 years. It was a while ago, let's put it that way. So, you know, I remember... For a while after I started, it was weird, just sitting down talking to yourself, because that's what it is. Ultimately, you are sitting down and talking to yourself, but also you're not, because it's almost like you know, like you're recording a voicemail. But again, some people find that weird as well, because it's not a normal thing for humans to have to do, is it? It's just talking to yourself when there's no possibility of anyone responding. It's a little strange. So we completed that quest, did we not? We did indeed. Let's go see if this world boss is over here. Now, what I was told was apparently this guy is a hard ass and has lots of dudes with him, and we're getting our ass kicked. But do you think I care? Pfft, no. No, I don't. There might be guys there to back us up, I don't know. So we'll go have a look at least. And I can always just die whilst I'm chatting shit anyway, because to be honest, if we die, what's the big deal? I don't think you lose that much when you die in this game, so I don't really care that much. Yeah, so here was my proposition. And again, I may change my mind on this. I do not know. My proposition was, rather than recording the rest of Elder Scrolls Online, I stream the rest of it, again, to allow me to get to Skyrim quicker. And instead, when I do feel like recording, I could record different things. Either one-off things, like, you know, if I just feel like playing Theme Hospital that day. Because Theme Hospital, great game. 2 Point Hospital, I know, is coming out, which is like a spiritual successor. I think it's made by mostly the same guys. I think it's made by EA. I know EA had at least a hand in Theme Hospital. Anyway, you know, stuff like that. Abe's Exodus, Volga the Viking, Slain Back from Hell Edition. You know, these are like platformers slash hack and slash things, puzzlers, etc., etc. Games that aren't super duper long. Which means, oh, this is scary. This is some scary shit. Where's the boss? Where's Sasha Banks? Dude, Sasha Banks is like quite an attractive lady. I'm just gonna say that. Some people I've seen say that they don't think she's attractive. By the way, Google Sasha Banks if you're wondering who the hell I'm talking about. It's a female wrestler. Some people will say, like, you know, she's got a face like a horse and stuff like that. I disagree. I think that woman's like a 9 out of 10. But anyway, it's not really what we're talking about. So, again, my suggestion slash compromise would be that when I do feel like recording, I record some of the stuff that I haven't really got to that is either older slash shorter and allows me to get to them. Because, you know, if they're older games and they're still kind of long, there's no pressing issue beating them anytime soon, you know, because it's old as shit. You know, whereas stuff like this, it's somewhat beneficial to get the content out as quickly as possible, but also you don't want to compromise the quality. So, Jesus, I don't know, man. I'm just giving you ideas here off the top of my head. I do not know. We apparently have found a quest over here, which is quite exciting to me, because this is in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. So, the fact that we found this seems actually quite unlikely. Are you a slaughterfish? Oh, you're a mud hopper. You're gonna be hopping no more mud, are you?
You there? I do say you
I'm
there.
British, I am. I'm an elf. I can't do a British impression to save my life. I am British. I'm English. No one thinks that, though. I don't sound like any English person you've ever heard in your life. And I know that. But I kind of like that, you know? Because when you think about it, where do accents come from, right? Someone had to have broken off and sort of invented their own accent, when you think about it. I've invented the Jason accent. This is going to be like Mancunian or Londoner, you know, 50 years from now. Everyone's going to be speaking Jason.
I must say, I've just had the most dreadful day.
For I'm the god of Jasonism. Alright, carry on.
I must say, I've just had the most dreadful day. First, my betrothed runs off with some wood elf, and then she manages to get kidnapped by werewolves. At this rate, my reputation may never recover. To think Nirelin would put me in such a position. I
mean, I've got to be honest with you. If she's run off with a wood elf, if this is true, and you might be full of shit, but let's assume she's cheating on you with a wood elf. For shame for a start. Those wood elves, lower beings. I'm kidding. But also, she could be banging the werewolves. I'm just saying, you don't know what she's into. If she's into a Bosma, she might like furry dudes. You don't sound very worried about Nirelin. Got it. Nailed it.
In all honesty, I'd rather leave her in this cave. She's certainly earned such a fate.
Slut.
But if word got out that I left her to die, or if she managed to escape and actually marry that wood elf, suffice to say, I simply can't just leave her.
You kind of have to, bro. She left you. You gotta accept, you know? She's either a whore or she just ain't in love with you no more. Either way, she ain't worth keeping around, my man. What do you plan to do?
Certainly not risk my life, if that's what you're implying.
You to risk your life, adventurer.
You know, you have the look of a ruffian.
Excuse me?
Want to take on the task? If you collect Nirelin, or at least what's left of her, I'll make sure you're paid handsomely.
Alright, for money I'll do it. I'll rescue her, or I'll bring back evidence of her death.
Excellent. Once you've finished, meet me near the Mages Guild in Shimmerine. Of course, discretion is key here. I want no word getting out about this little incident, not even to common folk. Rumors do tend to spread after all.
You seem more upset about your reputation than Nirelin's safety. That's a weird name.
Do you know how long this marriage arrangement has been underway? Decades. Decades worth of work. All gone if Nirelin smears her name through wood elf muck.
Fortunately, they were
Why, I'd rather suffer 1,000 cuts than such a wound to my reputation.
Anyway. Why did your marriage negotiations, Sean Connery, take decades?
Oh, well, of course you wouldn't know, given your race. High elves take marriage most seriously. A matchmaker must be contacted to research the couple's star charts, pedigree documents, that sort of thing. It's a lengthy process.
Sounds complicated. For your tiny brain. Gotcha.
Excuse me? Well, sorry that we don't take marriage as a fast and loose affair. Marriage, as in all things, must be as impeccable as possible. Family, physicality, all those things must be taken into account. Otherwise, it's just Chaos.
Bloody
disorder.
Chaos. Right, let's get back to the task at hand, my man. What can you tell me about Niralyn? What are her measurements?
I feel as though I told you plenty, haven't I?
Is she hot?
It's a private matter. If she's alive, just remind her of her obligations. We can still make this little fling disappear, even after this mess.
You're still willing to marry her after all this?
Naturally. Pending death, there's no honorable way to cancel now. It's best just to be discreet. After all, I can't have everyone knowing my betrothed ran off with someone of another race. Ah, no offense meant.
Yeah, I don't believe you somehow. Oh, the quest is alright. I was expecting the quest to pop up. Alright, so Dave asked me to find Niralyn, his missing bride-to-be. He tracked her to Archon's Grove, which has been overrun by werewolves. He's hired me to rescue Niralyn, or at least collect proof that she's dead. Niralyn is somewhere within Archon's Grove. If she's alive, I need to safely return her to Shimmerine. If she's dead, I need to collect proof of her death. I should search the Grove for signs of her. By the way, here's another thing. I don't want to get you too excited, but I really want to play Oblivion again. And when I say play Oblivion again, there are a bunch of overhaul. I think there's 4 different, maybe more now, but back in the day there was certainly. Oh, this is like a full-on dungeon by the looks of things. It's got a little torch in it and everything. Is that what the torch means? I don't know. Let's go have a look. Anyway, point is, back in the day at least, there were 4 big overhauls for it. One of them was called Oscuro's Oblivion Overhaul, also known as OOO. I forget what the other 3 were, but I remember there being some complicated process you could use to get all 4 of these overhauls working together in tandem without breaking each other. And you could play the game like that, so the game would be drastically different. You're still playing Oblivion, of course, but massively different. I kind of really want to try the game with those 4 overhauls. And maybe, you know, some other mods, if I can chuck them in there without breaking stuff even more. So, yeah, that's another thing I want to get around to. Again, that might be a series I record as opposed to stream, because I do like recording. As a dead-ass werewolf. Teabag of Justice. Our guy has the most pathetic teabag in this game. Look how slow he is. Oh my god, Jesus. He's got arthritis in every single one of his limbs. Who that? That's a direwolf. They're like wolves. They're dire. Yeah. First person to post what that's a reference to in the comment section gets their comment liked. Even though I like most comments, unless they're nasty comments. But you get like, and I'll even respond to you and tell you that you're awesome. There you go. Maybe I'll even say your name in the next episode. There you go. There's some incentive. Like Dave49321 said, suck a dick. No, what did you say? Oh yeah, he said, it's a reference to this, Jason. You get out of here. You get out of here, you clunky, armor-wearing tit. Well, this is weird, because this is not a dungeon. It is a dungeon, though, isn't it? Yeah, because I can't open the... Well, I can't open the map. Yeah. So it's a dungeon, but it's set outside. So, you know, it's basically an instanced area. But not instanced, because there's a bunch of dudes here. So, I don't understand. Thornfang Deadeye. What have you got to do with werewolves? Is he a werewolf? Does he hunt werewolves? I don't know. I do not know. I'm going to clobber him now.
Strike now!
Yes. Yeah, pet wolf. Do you summon a wolf? Well then, that worked out for you, didn't it? More dire wolves there. We're just going to try and avoid them because there's a lot of dudes. I will help you. You're welcome. All in a day's work. There's a dead wolf down there as well. Oh, crap. I'm alive. I'm alive. I took like no damage. I don't know how that worked. I am the god of video games. Oh, what the hell, dude? I want that. Where do I get that? I want that. He had like straight up Solar's bloody lightning bolt, but he's jabbing people with it. I'm gonna jab people with a lightning bolt. So I was watching a friend of mine, a fellow streamer, who was streaming this. She's called Bad Beauty, by the way. There you go. With 2 Ds. So I was watching her stream a little bit of this, and she's using a mage. And some of the mage skills look really fun.
Didn't you all hear me? I want to be left alone!
Teabagged. You bastard. Hello.
Wait. You're not one of the pack. You're not even a werewolf. You need to leave now. It's far too dangerous here. They've already killed Brengus, and it's too late
Your
for me.
betrothed sent me to bring you back. He says, you a hoe. You're quite attractive, though. Would you like to be a hoe with me? I'm just saying, it's been a while.
Estadel. I thought I heard him whimpering earlier.
Stephen.
I told you, it's already too late. I've been turned. There's no place in Summerset society for a werewolf. I'm doomed to live out the rest of my cursed existence as an outcast.
Just given up?
What other choice do I have? I was miserable with Estadel, and I thought Brengus was my one chance to escape, to leave that life behind. He was going to protect me, and in the end, he couldn't even protect himself.
Dun dun dun. Now you gotta admit, Estadel sounds pretty cool. It sounds very sort of Lord of the Ringsy. Sounds like an elf name. Ironically enough, it's not like he's a high elf or anything. So you'll remain here.
No, I can't live like this. Serving the very beasts who took everything away from me. Just
here we go.
End it. Please. I'd rather die than be miserable. You can take my signet ring. That will prove to Estadel that you found my corpse.
Alright, so this is the part where everyone gets mad at me and is like, you are a monster, you're a bad human being. It is a video game, okay? When I play video games on YouTube, when it comes to games like this, I'm primarily trying to show you something that you are probably not necessarily not going to see. Some fucker's going to do it. But you probably haven't seen it, right? If you played this yourself, you probably didn't do the bad guy thing. The bad guy thing here is to kill her. I am going to kill her because I want to see the outcomes that people generally aren't going to pick. So, very well, I shall kill you and bring your ring to Estadel.
Thank you. Remember, this is my choice, and I choose to die.
Yeah. Alright, let's do it samurai style. This is the way I do it, right, isn't it? Execute her from behind. One swift chop across the back of the neck. I was gonna shoot her with bees, and then I was like, that's a bit of a dick move. I mean, I still almost did it. I wonder if we could have actually, like, because we had the option to get the ring. I figured we'd get it from her corpse. Apparently not. But though she did say take my signet ring. I don't know anymore. I don't know. Hello, Steven. I don't know why everyone is Steven to me now. Probably because the guy at work that I hate is called Steve. Probably, you know, Steven is his full name, I imagine, so... For some reason, most people default to being called Steven. I think that says more things about... Or I think that says more about my, my view of the general public than it does about Steve. Because we all know I don't like Steve. I think it just kind of shows that I just don't like people in general, because I equate them to a guy I hate. So there you go. That's some self-psychology for you there. Alright, this is one of those few moments where I will actually make a cut here, because we're just going to... Ooh, look at all that purpleness. What is he wearing, by the way? Does anyone know what this... Because I've seen a couple of people wearing this, like, spiky sort of lari-looking stuff. If anyone knows what that is, I would love to know. Because it looks cool, and I want some. But I imagine it's way out of our reach. Anyway, this is one of those points... Rarely, where I will make a cut, so I will bring you back in a moment. Alright, what up? We are close enough now that I'm going to bring you back in, and I figured you might want to see this, because look at the view, it doesn't look pretty and stuff, even though it's kind of flickering a little bit in the background, because, you know, LOD textures and all that shit, but don't pay any attention to that. It's not as close as I figured it was going to be, but, you know, it's close enough. So yeah, please do, above all else, do not forget that at the end of the video, please let me know, specifically if you are one of those, you know, like 7-ish people or whatever, and there's probably going to be more of you that, you know, did see the poll or just didn't vote, whatever, but, you know, whichever reason. Please do let me know if my compromise sounds like a good idea to you. In other words, recording shorter games and more one-off stuff as opposed to the longer stuff like this. Or, you know, like I said, I'm kind of easy, you know? Maybe I can just do some Skyrim on stream alongside recording this. It's not... Again, even though I don't want to play too many games that are the same, or very similar, they're not the same, you know what I mean? Very similar, all at the same time, like I said, it's not like it's going to kill me, is it?
There you are. Quickly, over here.
Lack of variation might bore me. That's the only problem, really, that springs to mind. And obviously I'm doing Final Fantasy VI as well, but very few people are watching this series, which is really kind of, you know, not really upsetting, I guess, but disheartening? I don't know what word I'm looking for. It would be nice if people actually cared about Final Fantasy VI, because it's very different from Skyrim and Elder Scrolls Online, and, you know, if more people were watching, I'd be able to dedicate more time to streaming it, blah, blah, blah. I don't know where I'm going with this. Let's talk to this bastard.
Well, were you able to find Nirelin?
What is this dude's name?
Or at least...
Twink Flu. I thought it said Twin Eye FU.
Well, were you able to find Nirelin? Or at least whatever those werewolves left?
She did. Brought back a signet ring. I didn't do it. I swear. Blood on my sword? No.
I suspected as much. Well, at least now I can put this whole incident behind me. Here's your payment for completion of this task, as well as your discretion. There's no need for the torrid details of this affair to get out.
Discreet I was. Nutted her off quite discreetly. Hey, we leveled up. We got rewards and stuff. Okay, so we got an attribute point, skill point, and 2 crown repair gates. When used, this repair kit restores all your damaged equipment. Not as exciting as I was hoping. Okay. Let's get silly. Let's get health. And then, which one do you have to commit? Okay, and then if I go to skills, what do we want to use this on? What is this? Bond with nature. When one of your animal companions is killed, blah, 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 blah. Green balance, windows thingy. Okay, we can get Arctic wind now. Envelop yourself in wind. Okay. Nation portal which arms after third, blah, blah, blah. When trigger, the enemy is teleported to you, immobilized for 3 seconds and damaged, okay? Spin a shield of ice around you, absorbing damage. Wow, 39,000 damage? Oh, only from 3 projectiles. Help yourself with winter winds, healing for 12% of your max health. Oh, it heals you. Yeah. I got to be honest, this Winter's Embrace skill tree, bit lackluster. Like, I'm not a huge fan of it. A Frost Cloak, it's okay. Winter's Embrace, it's okay. This is just another healing thing. This is just another defensive thing. This one, so probably the most interesting, but again, we need to be Winter's Embrace 42 to get that. We are 23. So, just a little bit off, you know? Just a little bit. Ooh, ah, a little bit more. Ooh, ah, I'm not gonna keep saying that. I don't know what to use. I don't know what to level up. I don't know what to bloody do. What is this? Glacial box. Increase the chance of flying shield to enemies. Increase physical and spell resistance by 250 reach when embrace ability. Increase reduce effective snares by let's just get this one. None of these really jump out to me as being all that exciting. So, bugger it. We still have a skill point. Let's upgrade. I want to upgrade this. How can I upgrade that? I don't care about that. Yes, I don't know. We should probably get one of these. Oh, we got that, didn't we? I feel like we did get this. Yeah, I think we have it. Huh. I don't bloody know. Fuck up me. Yeah, it says 1 out of 2, so we do have it. Oh, I already upgraded this. Because we got 2 out of 2. Yeah, sure, let's get it 2 out of 2. Wait, I can't. I don't understand. Oh, bugger it. Let's get this one. Whatever. Alright, so we've done his quest. Let's have a look-see here. Where are we in the map? Helps to have a map. We are back over here. Where did we meet him? We met him, like, here, I think? Why did he move so far? Over to Arteum. That's for the main quest, I believe. Let's try heading over here. Son of a bitch. Let's try heading over here. Because that seems like a place that there could be quests and things. So let me put my marker here, actually, and we'll go across this road. So once again, I am going to make a cut. I'll see you when I find something. Okay, not sure what the hell I found here, but I'm on the road, and there is a guy walking along with a badass looking horse behind him called Ember. Let's try talking to him.
Pretty strange happenings in ruins of the Keep of 11 Forces. People go in, different people come out. What could possibly be going on
I
in
wish
there?
you had a quest, because that sounds cool, and I want your horse. I'm guessing I'll probably have to pay a bunch of real-life money for that horse, though. Alright then, our inventory is almost full. So yeah, he's just selling stuff. This is not useful to me. This is still not really useful to me, and this... I want to equip that to see what it looks like, so let's do that real quick. Let's do that real quick. Yeah, put it on, god damn it. It looks okay. It's slightly worse than what we had in terms of defense, but it's okay on the other stuff. Alright, like I said, I found something. Alexon Ald. What the hell does that mean? Alexon Ald? I don't know how to pronounce it, alright? High elves have weird names for things, including and especially themselves, so beats the hell out of me. That was a creepy shadow. What is that? Oh, it's another Dow. They're like wolves, but Dow. Yeah, it seems to be through here, whatever the hell it is. Hello? Hello? Found it. Indrik there who wants an ass whooping. Don't make me whoop your ass, because I'll do it. I found a book. For the Ages of Man, Dawn Era. There you go, I found a law book. You want to read that? Be my goddamn guest. I might read it later when I'm editing the video, but I ain't doing it now, because I'm tired. I've already been gone for quite a long time. You know, we're close to 40 minutes. Oh my god, better get out of the way. But I don't really feel like reading a book right now, even though it's just over a page. Well, just over 2 pages, but still. Just over 2 pages more than I want to read. What is this? Hey, we have found a quest. Sweet. Springbok, everyone. I love the visual design of this area. It looks so cool.
What kind of monster arranges acacias and begonias in the same bed?
A frightfully awful one.
If you've come to bask in the splendor of my latest outdoor arrangement, you're too late. They're ruined, cast into unsightly disarray by a barbaric vandal. Just go home and spare yourself the disappointment.
What exactly has been vandalized, other than your flowers?
My garden, my
your flowers.
art has been violated, desecrated by some vulgar wood elf who thinks being raised in the wild gives him the right to pervert my designs. Now he's threatening my life. Can you believe it?
This is my design. He wants to harm you over a garden? You fucking high?
Not just
is
a garden, the very art of gardening. Eslian is waging a war on Altmer horticulture. I represent everything he despises, so he's targeting my work. He's gone too far this time, planting stranglers to ward me away. They could kill someone.
So these people are having a feud over which style of gardening is the best. This is why I love Elder Scrolls Online. I could deal with the stranglers for you.
Stranglers are a stubborn breed. Hacking them up would only be a temporary solution. What I need is proof that the Wood Elf is responsible, so he can't do any more damage. Perhaps Eslian left something at my gardens that could be incriminating.
How do you know this Wood Elf Eslian is responsible?
Weeks ago, Eslian came here to convince me that wilderness should be allowed to grow unchecked and untamed, as in Greenshade. Obviously, I found his argument lacking. It wasn't long after that the tampering began.
Have you spoken to the Popo?
Of course, but they are of little help. Can't spare time for criminal mischief. It seems sullying our pristine lands doesn't count among the worst things all these Nebara are up to. It's obvious who the culprit is, but I lack proof, so he runs
What sort of
free.
proof am I looking for?
The Wood Elf's tampering is sloppy, careless, maybe even thoughtless.
Like your makeup job.
I'm sure he's left traces of his work. A discarded trowel, foreign seeds, his own dung, or whatever a Wood Elf uses to fertilize soil. It'd be trivial if not for the Stranglers.
Why would the Vandal target you specifically?
I am the foremost authority of the Altmer botanical arts. My vision has literally shaped the lay of the land from Alinor to Sunhold, and my best arrangements grace the royal palace. If you take issue with our methods, you take issue with me.
You may have noticed by now, the High Elves are all stuck up. Do you often take issue with your do people often take issue with your methods?
Occasionally. There are always
take issue with the crystal method.
Looking to stir up controversy or make their mark, but no one who desired any respect in the field would stoop to sabotage or assault.
What was the issue Eslion, Dave, had with your work again?
He called our wilderness sterile and artificial. Nature is unruly and chaotic, but he's rather missing the point. Orderly cultivated gardens are a refinement of the raw. A plant lacks the intelligence to reach its true potential. It must be guided.
What do you think the Strangler infestation and the vandalism are... why do you think the Strangler infestation and the vandalism are related?
Those monstrosities aren't native to any isle of Summerset, and they couldn't have crossed the seas naturally. Even if they could, the Stranglers would be more widespread. They were brought here and planted deliberately among my arrangements.
I believe you. I just like going through the dialogue options because I like the dialogue. So, you know. Sorry to waste your time and all that. But, yeah. Basks in Gardens. Who's called Basks in Gardens? Someone came up. Who is that? Who is this?
So much
you're
to
the
do.
gardener? I thought she was the gardener. I'm gonna kill the lizard for you. Oh shit!
God save us, there's been a
murder. Okay, so I'll be honest, I didn't realize it would actually let us murder the gardener. So I killed him. Because, you know, after I'd attacked him, it was him or me. Well then, I was about to end the stream anyway, the video anyway, so this seems like a good time for me to do it. Because we have a new quest, we kind of know what we're doing here, and currently the law wants to kill me on sight. So, hopefully by the time I load into the game next time, our bounty will have gone, because I think it goes down when you're offline. I don't know, if not, I'll stand here for a while. Anyway, that was the thing. Thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. As always, clicking the like button, leaving a comment would be very handy. Let me know what you think of my idea to record things that are shorter. Let me know. Let me know if you're really against it. I ain't gonna hold it against you unless you ask me to. Then I'll hold it against you, baby. Anyway, outro. Thank you everyone for watching the video. I do hope you enjoyed it. And an especially huge thank you to this month's $10+ tier patrons who are as follows. Don Lobo, KB, I'll Be Jiggered, Miss Justice 83, Black Wolf 8994, Billing9, Dr. Pepper Penguin, Nuria Age, Philip Rap aka Bebop 56210, Grandpa Gus, Source of Success, and Hitbox. And of course, thank you to the $5+ tier patrons who should be on the screen at any moment, and everybody in the lower tier as well. I wish I could list you all, but it would get kind of crazy. Thank you, everyone. I genuinely couldn't do this without your support. If you would like to support me financially, you can do so over at patreon.com/MrAndersonLP, or you can always just hit the like button or leave a comment. That helps out a great deal as well. Most of all, though, just thank you for watching. Good night, everybody, and goodbye!